There's a quiet war most of us fight every day, not with others, but with ourselves. It shows up in small ways. When someone doesn't reply to your message, and you wonder if you did something wrong. When a friend makes a joke, and you wonder if it was at your expense. When you walk into a room, and you feel the weight of being seen. This is the ego. The ego isn't bad. It started out as protection, a way to survive rejection, judgment, and loss. Over time, however, it became a filter, turning every glance a negative judgment, every silence into disapproval, every interaction into a test. The more we protect it, the more fragile it becomes, like a wall that grows taller until we can't even see the person on the other side. But what if you didn't have to protect yourself anymore? What if you could walk into a room, not as a performance, but as a presence, not waiting to be liked, not bracing for judgment, just being there. That's what happens when the ego steps back, not disappear, but soften. And in that space, something rare begins, genuine connection, not based on how you are seen, but on how you relate with others, and most importantly, yourself. Without the ego in the way, a conversation isn't a competition. It's a shared moment. A disagreement isn't a personal attack. It's a chance to understand someone else's perspective. You listen not to respond perfectly, but to hear and understand. And you speak not to impress, but to be known. Think of the people you feel safest with, not the loudest, not the most polished, but the ones who don't seem to need anything from you. They're not trying to win. They're not keeping score. And somehow, in their presence, you feel lighter. That's what life feels like when the ego isn't in control. Sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is to let the mask rest. To say, I'm here, and I'm not perfect. I don't have it all together all the time, but it's okay. I am only human. And in that moment, no performance, no armor, a strange thing happens. You connect, not as Rose, not as somebody else, but as you. The real you within that moment in time and space. And maybe that's enough. So next time you feel defensive, disappointed or rejected and ready to react, slow yourself down. Take a step back and consider that maybe, just maybe, that person didn't mean it that way. Maybe they were genuinely concerned. Maybe they just needed your honest advice. Let the ego take a back seat and return to square one.